With record low African-American unemployment and a thriving economy, Donald Trump has been stealing African-American voters away from the Dems. But should he have more support from the African-American community? And what will this all mean for 2020? Joining me now, Director of Urban Engagement at Turning Point USA, Brandon Tatum. Brandon, good evening. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Good evening to you. Thank you for having me on.
All right, good. I want to talk about African Americans. You know, some of the polls that we've seen, and we have one here that's quite old, actually. It shows that President Trump's approval among black voters is at 14%, disapproval 86%. Now, that's Pew, and that's from June, July, August, September, October, November, like 5 months ago. Do you have any numbers like that? What is his standing, giving all of the, the benefits that African Americans have been making under this president?
Well, one of the polls that I like to look at on the Rasmussen poll was one of the most accurate polls in 2016, has the African-American support at 36%, double from last year. So, I mean, people can talk about polls all they want to. You know, I like this poll, I support it, but the polls don't really tell the true number of support. And I've seen firsthand African-American support increase from my social media to people that I talk to every day. Young Black Leadership, 400 leaders going to the White House a couple of weeks ago. I can see the enthusiasm in the black community, and I think it's just going to grow exponentially as we go forward.
Let's assume that, that the number is somewhere between Pew and the one that you quote. It still should be higher because African Americans have never had the benefits of employment as they have under this president, who campaigned under "what do you got to lose?" And what else does the president need to do to get more African Americans to actually admit that, they believe in this guy and the economy that he's created?
Yeah, there's three major things that the president needs to do. First thing, this is non-negotiable. Prison reform has to get done. We cannot have just verbiage or rhetoric alone. We have to get this done, have to get it handled. African-American people need relief from policies that were implemented from Bill Clinton and the 1994 crime bill. I mean, those things need to be reversed. We need to support black leaders who are going out, going into the community, wanting to be political activists or people who are going to run for office at some point. Someone like John James, who is a tremendous candidate. We have to promote those. And the president, he has to be strong in his rhetoric and support for grassroots organizations like Blexit, organizations like what we had at Turning Point USA.
We don't have much time, but what does Blexit mean?
Okay.
What does it mean?
It's simply, it's the black exit from the Democratic Party. It's an opportunity for young African-American people who are sick and tired of the Democrats failing them time and time again. We're going to exit. And not only are we going to exit the Democratic Party, but we have to go to something sustainable. And I think the president is on to a good start, but he has to improve.
Brandon Tatum, thanks so much for being with us tonight.